Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another F123 video. And today we're going to be doing a little bit of an experiment in the MyTeam career modes. So as you all know, in MyTeam you start off with the slowest car and then you end with the fastest car. And I always wondered, what is the actual speed difference between the slowest and the fastest MyTeam car? So I decided to jump in and find out for myself. So what we're going to be doing is 3 experiments. A general first impressions, getting up to grips with the car, then a top speed test, and then a lap time comparison. Very simple, and it's going to be interesting to see the speed differences. I already have an idea of how this difference will be, but let's see. As we're now going to be making a brand new MyTeam save. This first save is going to be for the slow car. We're just going to be setting up everything that we need. We're adding a beautiful livery there. And as you can see, at the start of Season 1, we have pretty much 0 upgrades. We do have 4 in the powertrains and durability, but in MyTeam, you can't avoid that. So in MyTeam, no matter what, you do have 4 upgrades on 1 or 2 of the upgrade facility, so you can't avoid that. But we do have the slowest car on the grid, so this is the lowest you can start a MyTeam car. And now we're going to be jumping into our first experiment test, which is just the first impressions test. You know, getting up to grips with the car, know how it behaves, how it turns around the corners, how it brakes, how it accelerates, etc, etc, etc. So we're going to be jumping into Jeddah here in Saudi Arabia. For this first experiment, it doesn't really matter the circuit. It's all about just to get up to grips with the car, know how it behaves. But for the next 2 experiments, for both cars, it's going to be exactly the same conditions. So for the top speed test, we're going to be going to Azerbaijan, which I believe has the longest straight in the game, like 2 kilometers, I think. So that'll be a good place to test the top speed. And for the top speed, we're going to be doing the same conditions, so they will all be running exactly the same setup for the top speed test. And also for the final test, which will be a lap time comparison, that will also have the same setup, same conditions, same everything for both the stock and the maxed out MyTeam car. And if you're wondering, the track we'll be using for the final test, the lap time test, is Barcelona, because F1 goes to pre-season testing there, and I feel like that is it's a good circuit to test the car. It has all types of corners, fast, medium, slow, has a lot of straights, so I feel it's going to be a good place to test the MyTeam car and see how it handles. And now we're about to end our first impressions lap in the stock MyTeam car around Jeddah. So I can already feel what are the main things about the stock MyTeam car. And the main things I can point out is that it doesn't really have that much cornering speed. Acceleration isn't the best either. Braking also the same. So yeah, we already have our baseline. And now our next test is going to be the top speed. We're going to be heading to Azerbaijan, and we can see pressing the overtake button, using as much battery as you can. We're about to open the DRS now, and we're heading up to 363 kilometers an hour before we hit the red line. So it is 363 kilometers an hour, 2 beats, and that is the top speed test for the stock MyTeam car done. And just a reminder, that was run with 0 wings, so the lowest wings in the game. Same will be done for the maxed out car. And now we're going to head to Barcelona for our third test, and the most important one, the lap time test. So this will be a good indication of not just how fast the car goes around the track, but also other areas where we can see differences, you know, cornering speed, braking performance, acceleration, etc. And for our first proper lap, it is a 12.844. Now we're going to be heading into our fastest lap in the stock MyTeam car. So we're going to head down the main straight, 325 kilometers an hour as you brake before the 50-meter ball, around turn 1, down to 4th gear, now up to 5th gear, easily flat out through 2, and now very, very long right-hander for turn 3, also easily flat out up to 7th gear, and we're going to be braking around the 50-meter board under the bridge, as we're keeping it fourth. Now up to 5th gear, hugging it to left hand side, now onto the right, braking around the 50-meter board for turn number 5. And careful on the throttle here, keeping it within track limits as we go up to 6, keeping it 6 for this very awkward turn, easily to spin the car on the sausage curb on the right hand side. Thankfully we don't do that. Round turn 9, easily flat turn, opening the DRS again for the second time this lap. As we head for the hard braking, so turn 10, braking up to the 100-meter board, down to 3rd gear, short shifting up to 4th gear. And now round turn, the little king of 11, then down to 4th gear for turn number 12. And then the final 2 corners, first one, turn 13, easily flat turn. Then we lift off, down 1 gear for the final corner, opening the DRS once again, and it's going to be a 112.412 as our fastest lap in the stock MyTeam car. So that's going to be it for the stock MyTeam car testing. And now we're going to be jumping into a brand new save. We're going to be changing the settings so that we can max out this car as quickly as we can. So in the MyTeam, you can actually set how much money you have at the start and how quickly or slowly you and the AI gain cash and resources. So we changed that in our favor so we can max out this car as quickly as we can. So we're now going to set up everything and all the engines and stuff like that. So both are running the Ferrari engine, which is the best in the game, I believe, in the MyTeam career. So we can see all the R&D, well, actually the facilities, my apologies there, all are pretty much maxed out. We can see at the start on these new settings, pretty much a 5th way in terms of upgrades for all the R&D. And we can see in the R&D chart, we are pretty much matching Red Bull there already at the start with these new settings. And I'm going to skip the whole upgrading process because it took a lot of time. In fact, it took 4 full seasons for me to go from 0 to a maxed out car. We have a maxed out car now at the start of Season 5. And we do have 1 upgrade missing at the powertrains, but that 1 missing upgrade is an upgrade that comes in automatically. It's an upgrade we can't purchase ourselves, unfortunately, but everything else is there. So, and that powertrains upgrade is also a very small one either way. So pretty much a maxed out MyTeam car, and we can see the R&D chart again, over 1,000 performance points there. A big gap between us and the rest of the field. And now we're going to be jumping into our first test and already looking up down to turn 1 of Bahrain there. We're going to be doing our first impressions test again with the maxed out car, and I can already tell the differences. The first test difference I can see is the acceleration as we lock up again. The acceleration, it is a lot more powerful, a lot more brutal. The acceleration, the cornering speed is also great, and the braking as well. Even though I'm locking up, I think I should probably change my brake bias there to a setting where it doesn't lock up the fronts as much. But yeah, braking improved, acceleration more brutal, accelerators are a hell of a lot faster, and the cornering speed has also improved massively. So those are the 3 main differences I can already see between the stock and the maxed out MyTeam car. As for this lap, just like in the first impressions test with the stock car, we're just taking it easy. We're not going super fast. We're just trying to get up to grips with the car, know how it behaves, and this car maxed out feels a hell of a lot better. The stock car felt okay, but this maxed out car, it's, oh my god, it's a whole different level. As we're going to end this lap here around the Bahrain International Circuit. Lap time is irrelevant there. But now, however, it is time for the top speed test. The first one I'm very interested in. Will we beat the MyTeam car, the slow MyTeam car? And by how much can we beat it? Or is it going to be faster in the first place? Let's see. As I'm checking, all my settings are correct. 00 wings. All that stuff set up exactly the same as it was for the stock MyTeam car. Now we're gonna round the final braking turn at the Baku City circuit. And then up the gears we go, and we can see that we are already up to gear before we round these 2 corners. So the acceleration is brutal, and we can see we're pressing the battery, but we're opening the DRS now, and already we've hit the red line at 364 kilometers an hour. So only 1 kilometer an hour faster than the stock MyTeam car. So the difference in top speed is pretty much nothing, but there we can actually see the acceleration difference because we hit the red line a lot quicker compared to the stock car. So that is a good indication of how more brutal the acceleration is. As we're now heading into the final test, and the most important and interesting one, the lap time comparison. So my fastest lap, the 12.4, was set on soft tires, low fuel. Our first lap here at Spain is on hard tires with a bit more fuel on board. Setup is exactly the same, so same wings, same suspension, same tire pressures, etc, etc. Setup exactly the same for both the stock and this maxed out car. And I can already see here that firstly the acceleration, yes, it's a lot better, but also the cornering speed is also drastically different. As I'm about to finish the final corner here, and around this final corner, I noticed I can lift off a bit less, although I went quite a bit wide there. And you can see at 10.9 on hard tires with more fuel on board compared to soft tires and lower fuel for the stock car. And speaking of soft, we're doing a lap here on soft again, low fuel as well. Sunny conditions, so track temperature is higher, and we can see very little lift around the final corner, and it's going to be a 109.1. But that is not the fastest time we were able to set, as we're about to do our fastest lap in the maxed out MyTeam cars. We're going to round the final corner for opening the DRS now and heading down towards the main straight. We hit 325 in the stock MyTeam car. We're going to be hitting 340 as we head for the braking zone, turn 1 at the 50-meter board, and then flat out third, turn 2, and then here around turn 3, going up to 7th gear a lot quicker compared to the stock car, as we go up to having to go up to 8th gear as we brake for turn 4, down to 5th gear instead of 4th gear for the slower car. As once again here we are having to go down 1 gear less, as we were in 4th gear there compared to 3rd gear. And right here again, only down to 5th gear, and the cornering speed difference is humongous, as it is a hell of a lot easier around this flat out corner, opening the DRS. I can be hitting 326, I believe, at those as we brake for this hairpin here. And right here we go into 6th gear momentarily, down to 5th gear, as we're going to be rounding the final 2 corners. Round 10, 13, easy peasy, and then round 10, 14, very little lift there. As we open the DRS, it's going to be 108.959. So it is nearly 4 seconds difference between the stock and the maxed out MyTeam car around Barcelona. So in conclusion, what can we take from this? So what we can take is that the MyTeam car maxed out is a hell of a lot faster than the standard MyTeam car. The difference is huge, as we would have expected, but I was still interested to see the actual difference. That's so the difference you can actually see, not just, you know, here. But yeah, it was an interesting experiment to run. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what other things I should do in F1 23 or in other racing games like Forza or something similar to that. I did mention about the fast upgrading the car to maxed out. Let me know if I should do a video on how quickly I can actually max out the car from 0 to 100. And that's going to be it for today. I once again do hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you did, and also follow me on all of my other socials, which are all going to be linked in my bio. But thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more future videos. Take care and goodbye.